All right. Hello, hello. Okay. Welcome everyone to this stream today. I know that yesterday I didn't do one. I was trying to rest yesterday and recover. You know during this process that I had my back injured. I've been kind of, just kind of taking it easy for a while, but um, today, today we're just gonna do streams, and I know that this is probably like the content that you probably wouldn't expect. I mean, like I said, I haven't been doing content as much lately, which is kind of makes sense since I'm kind of recovering. So, yeah. Um, so today we're gonna talk about the Netflix thing that's been going on. I think I have it pulled up here since since I got since I got the different into different news outlets here. So, um, what did I put for? Okay, so I got at least two articles here they'll probably go into the same thing. So from uh from the weekend CBS News, the news source. So yeah. So all right. I'm gonna put up my screen here. I'm gonna put it up. Let's see. All right. And I got voice this time. I really got voice this time on this. So let's see. So this is from the week. Um, it says Netflix's Epic Quest into gaming. Hooray! The streaming giant's entry into the video game industry has been a slow burn, but that could change soon. So let's see what this has to offer. And look at that. That's it's a very concerning image there. Okay. Since announcing plans to expand into video games, executives at the streaming giant Netflix have kept plans close to the vest. Despite tripling its existing library of mobile games, subscribers have largely shrugged their shoulders. CNBS noted so far as of September 2023, less than 1% of Netflix's 247.15 million subscribers play a game daily, according to data compiled by Apptopia, which is which is not much. Which you can see that it's now failing, considering that this sentence says less than 1% of Netflix's 2,247.15 subscribers. So that's one thing that I can confirm that it's gonna be really horrible. Now look at that. According to data compiled by Apptopia, look, that's one of the things that I think is probably gonna fail this, but we'll keep reading on. Netflix's progress may seem to be moving gracefully, but executives say that's all part of the plan. This trajectory is not dissimilar from what we've seen before. The company's co-CEO, Greg Peters, on the company's pre-recorded earnings call pre-CNBC, the company planned to take a crawl, walk, run approach, that they saw a tremendous amount of opportunity to build a long-term center value of entertainment. While Netflix can compete with major players like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo may not still be clear, still the company has been making moves that have led to speculation and rumors about how Netflix plans to carve out its space in the video game industry. Okay, now looking at these like three paragraphs here, I feel like this is gonna be a bad idea, considering that less than 1% of many users, which is 247.15 million subscribers, play a game daily. So that tells you something, right? That tells you something that less than 1% of Netflix's Netflix's users play a game daily. So most, if not all, I would say, delve into. So, um, you know, I feel like it's gonna be a bad idea. And looking at this, to me, it feels like they are they're trying to pave the way. And look, I get it. Like I get it. Moving into gaming, I get it. Gaming is a profitable industry. I get that. And Nintendo, the three big competitors, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, have done successfully in that realm. But to me, Netflix is a streaming service. And to me, it feels like Netflix um it feels to me that Netflix is trying to branch out into something that, that probably will fail, because, Netflix is a streaming service, not a gaming company. If you could say that. I'm gonna do my homework while watching this stream. Okay, that's alright. Um, It's totally fine. So, I'm gonna say again, like Netflix is is a is a is a streaming service. Netflix is a streaming service that has hundreds of movies and TV shows. You know, that is what their their thing is all about. That's what their whole brand is all about. It's about streaming service. Like it's been about them providing shows and movies to millions or to millions upon millions of people around the world. And it's just kind of weird to see them branch out into gaming when they're not known for that at all, which it kind of feels weird to me, you know. Like it like I get that gaming is popular, and I'm gonna probably say this, and I'm probably gonna contradict myself. Like, gaming is popular, and it has been ever since the 80s, and it's been a popular medium. But when a streaming service comes in and tries to branch into something that they're probably not, it starts to become an issue. It really starts to become an issue, and honestly, I feel like it's gonna be it's gonna be unsuccessful, and they're gonna be like Google Stadia, like what happened with Google Stadia along, like like a few months or a year or two back, like Stadia didn't do so well, and look what happened to them. Stadia didn't do so well when it came to that, and honestly, it frightens me that like a lot of these companies want to take initiative into gaming, which which yes, I see where they're going with that, but at the same time, like if you're a company that is not that is not relatively related to the gaming industry, please leave it to, the big giants that have been going with us for like the past decade or so, for like the past like few decades, in like at least until like the 80s, I would say. Leave those things to the gaming giants, to the gaming companies that do that specialize in that, you know. And yeah, what it says in this article, whether Netflix can compete with major players with like these three companies here, it still might not be clear. And that's what makes me worried about this. Like literally, I feel like it's gonna be another Google Stadia situation. It's gonna be another situation of those, and it's just gonna be like that if you think about it. So it's something that I feel that it worries me. It worries me for the future of gaming. Yeah, it kind of worries me to no end. It really does. Um. Oh crap! Did I click on something I wasn't supposed to? There we go. So let's see. So reading on to this, let's see. What has Netflix done since first announcing its push into video games? Netflix has been building an in-house team of gaming experts to lead the charge into the industry. In July 2021, the company hired former Electronic Arts mobile gaming Mike Purdue to oversee its new gaming division. GameRant reported Purdue was used to lead Meta's gaming studio. Executives also brought on Joseph Stannard, former creative chief for Microsoft's Halo Infinite game, who announced he'll be joining as creative director for a brand new AAA multi-platform game and original IP in a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. So yeah, they're still doing they're still doing the like building pieces of this, and and EA uh and and I'm forgetting the one other guy. EA's EA's mobile gaming department, which the guy you see here, Mike Purdue, um, is to oversee its new gaming division. And then they also brought Joseph along, former creative chief for Microsoft's Halo Infinite game, who announced he'll be joining Netflix as creative director for a brand new AAA platform and original IP. So it kind of tells me a few things that you know, EA, I get it. Before they did some really great games. Don't get me wrong, and they kind of still do, but um, mostly it's mostly me. It's mostly me that I feel like this could go wrong, considering that Halo Infinite, they should have like before Halo Infinite. I haven't heard much about the game, but I think it's pretty good. I'll be honest, but um, I have to close the door again. Sorry, guys. I'll be back. Halo and every one of those games, I don't think they're really that good, to be honest. You know, I get it. The AAA games are really popular, but to be honest, it just doesn't feel that great to be honest with you. Yeah. And one of the things that I I really think, I know I repeat myself during this, like it's gonna be like a Google Stadia situation, and one of the things that AAA has done, um, let's be honest, if people are let's be honest, people agree with me here that there's a lot of first person shooters. There's a lot of FPS games, There's Call of Duty, there's, Halo, a lot of first person shooters, and that's what's been prominent during this last decade and a half. It's been nothing but shooters, and then you get into other genres that you pick up, and it's just not going to be that great. And that's what kind of worries me most about this. Like with what we can learn about the situation, it just like we have games that come out looking great, and there's lots of games that don't that have the unique feel to it. But during the last decade and a half, there's been lots of copycats, I would say, to be honest. And with Netflix and all these different companies, with Google, that was one thing. Google branched out into gaming, and look what happened to them, which that is going to be a prominent example that I'm going to give. But I'm going to say again, you know not everybody's going to want the same thing. Not everyone's going to want first person shooters. Not everyone's going to want puzzle games. Not everyone's going to want any not going to want certain games. And that's why if you're going into gaming, you're just going to have variety. You're gonna have to have variety that everybody can enjoy, and that's how it should be. And to be honest, I would probably say for people speaking here, there should be variety of games, and AAA games, I would say have gotten a little bit better, but like I'm gonna reiterate again, like the last decade and a half, but we have had nothing but like FPSs during that time. Like in the last decade or so, like we had Modern Warfare 2. We had Halo Reach, Halo Infinite. We had a lot of those games. They're like those are shooters. Those are shooters, and there's not been a lot of not a lot of story games. Like there's some exceptions like LA Noire or Mafia. Those sorts of games, they kind of deserve to be in the spotlight. Like those story games, maybe, and some FPS shooters like Battlefield are really good, or you know, um, one of those other FPS shooters. I don't think I remember anyone other than like Battlefield, but yeah, Battlefield's one that you can put on there. Um, some other FPS shooters that are not Call of Duty or Halo, to be honest with you. But like I said, it's just my perspective on that. And look, I'm not trying to say that then the Netflix and gaming is gonna be like the worst thing ever. It's not. I really am not, and I'm not a biased gamer. I'm not one of those people that says that it's just gonna be like bad all the way. Like it's gonna be okay at best. But like I said, it worries me. And this future of gaming, you know, Nintendo has been doing pretty good, but like when it comes to the other two companies, been it's just been kind of hit or miss, I would say. And honestly, it's just been that way ever since then. And I really would like to change my opinion, but it I stand by this. And Netflix and gaming, I would say, Netflix, it's good. Yeah, and I get mobile games are popular, and they're really popular. And um considering that they're doing mobile games and other easy games, like like yeah, they should plan on doing AAA titles. But then again, like I'm gonna say, not everybody's gonna want like a first person shooter, or any of that sort. There's different people that like different genres. 2D platformers. You know, the action games, the story driven games, most of all. Uh, First person shooters. Not everybody's gonna want to play the same game. Like, not everyone is gonna want to play first person shooters. Not everybody is gonna want to play story driven games. Like I said again, like everybody's gonna have a different set of genre of game that people want to play. And that's where variety comes into play. That's why the AAA titles need to have some more variety. And that's what Netflix should take into account as well when they're doing that. And like you said, they're only doing mobile games at the moment. But But when it comes to the AAA titles, if they're gonna plan on doing that, they're gonna have to start doing some variety. They're gonna have to do variety. Like I'm gonna say again, not everybody's gonna want first person shooters, not everyone's gonna want story driven games. Everybody's different when it comes to game genres. That's what I think it should be. You should have variety. It's that plain and simple. So, that's my thoughts on that. And literally, I just think Netflix should take into consideration the precautions when it comes to this. And I would say mobile gaming, it's popular, but at some point it's going to fade away. At some point, mobile gaming is gonna fade away. Yeah, it's really just gonna fade away into obscurity, and we didn't really get prominent until like 2010 or 2011. It just does not like it like I don't think it's gonna last forever. Like people back in the day, like in the late 2000s, like 2008, 2009, or 2007, you know, thought that the iPad was gonna be the next big thing, like which it did catch on, but to be honest, people thought it was just like a bigger iPhone. People thought it was like a big iPhone, like a bigger iPhone that is not really that mobile. You could just take it with you, but it's just a bigger size iPhone with no flash capabilities at all. So mobile gaming is popular right now. Is gonna be it's popular, but then again, like I'm gonna say, like it's gonna die down at one point. Like I doubt mobile gaming will go for more than like 10 years, if even that. Like I believe mobile gaming is probably gonna die down in probably almost like 10 years, and Netflix is gonna have to plan on doing like AAA titles. So but my thoughts again. That's exactly how I feel, and you know, I'm kind of optimistic, and my optimism for the future is what I feel like is bringing me down. I feel like my optimism here is gonna be kind of true, to be honest. And I I think I speak for people here. Like like it's like AAA titles is kind of the definitive experience. But then again, like some things are not gonna be relevant in the next few years. Like mobile gaming is probably gonna die down, in the next few years, since most people are gonna probably stay away from it, and then it comes to AAA titles. But I think AAA titles are solid games that have have a steady lineup. Have steady titles, have a steady lineup of games that people can enjoy. Like that's how I kind of feel, and you know AAA titles, I would say, are pretty solid. But there's some games that I think are kind of the exception to the rule, like Call of Duty, for example, Halo. All the repetitive games that have come out in the last decade or so. But other than that, we have games, we have triple A titles, we have solid triple A titles that have come out over maybe like the last 4 or 5 years, I would say. Like almost like half a decade ago. So it's just, kind of crazy to think about. And these are thoughts that I want, you know, that I want these companies that are wanting to branch out into gaming to take into consideration as you know as we move on, as we do with a lot of things, like as we move on to the future. I That's what I want these companies that are planning to reach out into gaming take into consideration, as gaming is a popular medium, but there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do this sort of thing. And as a gamer, as a true as like a gamer, and as a person who plays video games, and lots of people that play video games can probably speak out about this. Like, there's a wrong way and there's a right way to do things when it comes to gaming. And you know that's how I kind of feel about all this. So it's just really the flip of a coin here, is all I'm trying to say. Of course, it is probably true. To be honest, I couldn't have said it truer enough. Like, to be honest, it's one of those things that I never really thought about before. Mm, yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's very popular. Like, damn, like, damn, 40K for a mobile WWE game. Damn. God, like that's crazy to think about. Like, yes, I get it. Like it's created like Fortune 500 businesses, and it's become the medium for people to do, like. But then again, like, it's gonna be like at some point, moms are like or like parents or some people who find this stuff convenient are gonna want something else in the near future. Like it's just gonna be that way, and people are gonna adapt, and it's just the truth. It's really the truth, um and I really think so. And you know what you say is right. What you say is right. Like he single-handedly created so many businesses to the point where they're making millions and millions of dollars just profit off of these mobile games. But like then again, you know, some people are gonna adapt, and some people are going to um, are gonna want to find other ways. And yeah, I think it's convenient. It's convenient for now. It's convenient for the time. And you know, like at this point I think like in the 40s or the 50s, I would say, like 2040 or 50 or something like that, when we get old, like people are just gonna be like, we're not gonna do this anymore. Like, like, like people are just gonna find other ways to play, and you know, there's gonna be other ways. Like VR is one thing and stuff like that. I get that, and it's a prominent thing, and and you know, there's other mediums. But yeah, you got a point. You really got a point. Like it's a popular medium at this point in time. Like like that far. That's how far I'm gonna probably go either way. Like literally until like 2040 or 50 is when this stuff is gonna probably die down, I would say. But at least for the moment, yeah, like companies are making quite a bit of money on this. So it's been it's gonna be quite a while. All right. Think this has more. I would say the company has also been acquired game studios to build its offerings, including Night School Studio. In 2021, the studio was behind Netflix's first internally developed game, Oxenfree 2. CNBC reported the following year the company bought Boss Fighting Entertainment, known for action and storytelling games, and Next Games that made games based on Netflix's Stranger Things and AMC Network's The Walking Dead. So, I mean, we're off to a pretty good start here, I would say. Like, they're taking notes here. Netflix has been slowly setting the foundation for more high-end games that you can stream on PC or television. In the meantime, it has been focusing on building a catalog of mobile games, up to 77 from 24 over the last year. The games are free with the Netflix membership and can be downloaded and played on Android and Apple phones. So, you know, right now from reading this sentence, like it makes me like like right now I'm kind of feeling a little bit of hope here. Like they're we're acquiring many studios that are gonna make different types of games, which is what I like seeing here. You know, known for action and storytelling games, which you know people are gonna like those games. You know, not everyone, but mostly some people. I do myself. You know, I do like a little bit action and storytelling here and there. Um, and games that are based on the series like Stranger Things, you know, and The Walking Dead. Like those would be interesting to see, I would say. Like those would be very interesting to see. Like based like Netflix going to different studios to kind of see like what games they can do to you know you know to bring a new audience to their shows, like with games based on this on Stranger Things and The Walking Dead. You know, people are gonna want to watch the show too if they're gonna be playing the game based on it too. So you know it's I think for the moment, it looking at that sentence alone, it it uh it it brings hope a little bit. It really does bring a lot more hope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We won't be alive by then. Let's be honest. Uh, Good publicity. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I would say that, but yeah, yeah, we, yeah, I probably would say 20, 40, or 50. I would say, but believe it or not, I feel like, yeah, like, yeah, like, yeah, honestly, like, they have They have quite a few shows to do that for. They do. They could buy shows that have already ended and make games for them too. Of course, like you know, like I said here, yeah, like games based on shows equals more viewers for those shows. Yeah, yes, like it, it brings more people into different shows. It does. Like if people are gonna play a game based on Stranger Things, more people are gonna want to watch that show. It's plain and simple. You know, I'm not a lot. I'm not. I'm not really that like familiar with business decisions, but you know that's generally what people are gonna want. That's generally what people are gonna go for. Like if people are gonna go and play a game based on a show, it's gonna bring in more viewers to that show, and it's like you said, it brings more people in, and it brings more money for the subscriptions, because people are more willing to subscribe if people have played a game based on a show already. Like it's kind of common knowledge, and Netflix will make more money in terms of that, since popular shows like like uh like Stranger Things or something, that's good. That that's what I feel like that's gonna be the case. And look, um like I'm not saying, go for like Wednesday. Like no, I think that show is more or less like it's a popular show, don't get me wrong. It's really a popular show. But then again, they just ended on their first season, and I think they're planning to do a second season, which I don't think it's gonna be, which I think it's gonna be more fleshed out in the second season. But then again, a game wouldn't be that good for a show like that, since it's not been canceled and it's not been, digested by people, and there's lots of people that make TikToks and stuff like that for that show alone. But then again, it's a curtain show that hasn't really been fleshed out yet. So that show probably is not gonna work out as a game, I would say. But people think it's gonna be popular. People like that show, but I feel like it's gonna be a bad idea to bring that show in, since it's like it's it just started getting into the story almost. So that's kind of my thoughts around that. Um, all right. Okay, so Netflix set its sights set on adding a number of mobile games based on some of its most popular programs, including Squid Game and the hit Supernatural Comedy Wednesday. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna say that again. It's not that fleshed out, I would say, but you know, better better late than never, I would say. I guess. Um. Okay. According to what sources close to the matter told the Wall Street Journal, they also indicated that the company is discussing games based on Extraction, a Sherlock Holmes series, and Black Mirror. The streamer is also rumored to be developing a Grand Theft Auto game through a license deal with Take-Two Interactive Software. I think that would be very interesting to say at the very least. I mean, it's not a bad idea, I would say, but it's it's I would say it's possible, but I think I have my optimism on that. Um, Developer Ubisoft has also announced a partnership with Netflix to develop several mobile games, including a Assassin's Creed game to go with the live action series in the works. Verge reported. In August, the company launched a beta test for streaming their games in Canada and the United Kingdom. The feature allows you to stream games in the cloud into your television or computer, which you can play with an app that turns your phone into a controller. Oh my god. Um, yeah, I would say, that's a feature that is like, I think that feature with an app that turns your actual phone into a controller, I would say, you know, it's kind of a hit or miss thing. It really is. It really is kind of a hit or miss thing. Netflix recently expanded the feature for a limited beta test in the United States in a blog post. Similarly to the first round of testing, the only games available to streamers are Night School Studio, Oxenfree, and another game called Mo Hughes Mining Adventure. Ooh, some interesting games. During its recent games push, Netflix is not hoping to become a replacement for console gaming. Netflix gaming studio head Burdu Burdu previously told TechCrunch it's a completely different business model. He added, the hope is over time that it just becomes this very natural way to play games wherever you are. Burdu said. Okay. So that is probably the same article, but like I'm gonna say, it is possible. I'll give you that. It's really possible, but I feel like when it comes to, oh my god, I probably would say like um I I'm probably gonna say like that controller that they were specifying about. That honestly gives me even more of a worry too. I I think that's not even gonna work out, to be honest with you. I mean, it's cool. It's the concept is really a good idea. Don't get me wrong. The concept is relatively a good idea. Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry, you guys. I was like getting my phone. I was charging my computer because the computer was about to go away. But yeah, like I said, it's optimism. The phone thing that it acts like a controller. I have optimism for that. And the games that that Netflix is gonna bring is gonna wanna bring. I think they're good ideas. They really are. They really seem like good concept ideas. They really are. And my thoughts exactly. Like it's good. Like I really think it's a good idea. And honestly, if you think about it, you know, I kind of was a little bit wrong, a little bit true on this thing. You know, I would say, you know, I thought Netflix and gaming would be a bad idea, but then again, they have really good ideas for games that they could bring in. Like honestly, AAA gaming is a lot more popular than ever expected. It's really been that. Of course, like, you know, it's a good idea. It's a really good idea. And, there are some worries, but I really think, in my honest opinion, I really think it's gonna be kind of a game changer. But, then again, like what the executive said, or what the, who is it again? Yeah, the studio head said that it's not gonna be a replacement to consoles, but it's gonna be another way to play video games, which I think a good is a really good idea. It really is, and the concept seems really good, and it's exciting, and but I do have some optimism whether they're gonna do this like right. Whether they're not gonna be like Stadia. Stadia was terrible from the get-go, I would say, and with Stadia, it seems to it Stadia has died off. It's been died off since like a couple years ago, I would say. And that it makes sense as to why I'm kind of worried, but then again, some at some points I do have hope. I have hope for this Netflix and gaming thing. Like, and I know I said in the title it's a bad idea, but then again I would say it's kind of a mixed bag. I would say like 50-50, I would say. But it it's something that we have to find out. And if they're gonna release these games, I'm gonna probably play them. If they're gonna release some of these games, I would say, keep like, well, I'll do it. I'll play some of these games for you guys. But like honestly, it you know they have to get the execution right before. It's a good idea on paper, but what if the execution? What if the final product, the execution, I would say, that what the final product isn't as good as what it's gonna be on paper. There's some truth to that. What if what if the product isn't as good as it was on paper? But like I said, it's it's something in progress, and people are gonna probably say it's a good idea. I probably would say it's a mixed bag, which is kind of the reason why. But for me, I would say I have some hope for it. I really do. Yeah, I have some hope for it. And games based on the popular shows, it's really a good idea. It really is. So I'm gonna probably leave it at that. And it's just for me. I feel like it's good to talk about these things, and I really do feel that this whole thing, it it really is one of those things that I think is a good idea, but can be a bad idea at the same time, if not properly released. Like if if the final project is gonna be terrible, then yeah, it's a bad idea. But then if people if Netflix is coming out with these different things, like with these shows and everything based on these going on these shows and making them games, I would say it's kind of a good idea. But then again, like I'm gonna repeat myself many times. Like it's if it's like honestly, it's good on paper, but then like if it's a bad idea in the end, and if it's gonna be another situation like Stadia, then people are gonna be turned away from it, which I would say that, which I think is I think it's gonna be. It, I really think it's gonna be not that possible, but then again, who knows? Who knows what Netflix is gonna want to do in that instance? It's gonna be okay in my opinion, of course. I would say that, and you know, uh, I with what Netflix is just doing it for fun. So I think so. So it's there's can like it, but like I said, yeah, it like at least see they try to play triple legitimate triple A games entirely through Wi-Fi, which is obviously due to the start to which is obviously doomed to fail from the start fast. Yeah, yeah, they tried to play legitimate AAA entire games entirely through Wi-Fi, which didn't work. Like, yes, it like that's why I'm kind of worried. But then again, if Netflix's ideas are good, and like I said, there's a thing that's called ideas. Then um, there's a thing called like the final product. Like there's good ideas, but the final the final product is gonna be good. The final product is bound to be good or bad, depending on how they put it properly. If it's gonna be bad, then people are gonna be turned away. But if it's gonna be good, who knows? Who knows if it's gonna be good or bad? Gonna be if it's gonna be good, I would say go for it, Netflix. But if it's not, and the ideas and Netflix starts to be startled, and the whole team over there is is really just confused, like what Stadia tried to do with Wi-Fi, then it's gonna be entirely true, but it's gonna not gonna be entirely true. But it's not. But I feel like they should get those ideas, but then like you know make the final product as good as it could be. Like that's how you're gonna have to be. And look what happened to Stadia. What you're saying is Stadia tried to play legitimate AAA entire games entirely through Wi-Fi, which it definitely failed. It definitely failed, and which is why Stadia is not even there anymore. Which it was terrible, I would say. And honestly, those things that I would say is pretty good. But I really think I should take this into consideration. Like that's how I feel on this. You could drop your thoughts on here in the chat if you like. I really would like to hear your thoughts on all this. So, I'm gonna add like an engage with an audience thing here. Like that's just my honest opinion. I that's entirely how I feel. So if you guys have any thoughts about it, I dropped a Q&A here on the chat. How do you feel about Netflix going into gaming? I would say I should have put it in the chat, but I don't. But I think it would be better if you guys put it into here. So yeah, I would say that. So that's how I think it should be. Oh God. I think this would be better as like a question here. This would be a better thing as a question in the chat, so I'm gonna probably do that. Yeah, so like give me your honest opinion on this. I really wanna start a discussion on this. See where this actually kind of goes. So yeah, cause see where this actually kind of goes. I made my point. I made my points here exactly. I did, and I want to now hear your thoughts as to how you feel about this whole Netflix gaming thing. And I really want to hear those. Yeah, cause honestly, it's really something that I really wanna bring your attention to here. So, um, yeah. Okay, thank you. Like I said, you know, thank you. Thanks for giving me your opinion. I really do appreciate it. And look, I really like to do these conversations with with viewers since you guys. I wanna give you the leverage to kind of hear your thoughts, because your thoughts are what make the community. So I really want to kind of do that. And yeah, so I know you said yours already, and that's kind of great. And I don't think anybody else is here, but if people are willing to drop their I like just sharing opinions. No problem. Opinion. this is mostly opinion, I would say. Like, we give our thoughts into things, and that's how we typically are. Um, and for those people who are not in the live chat, or people who are not in the live stream already, who are not in the live stream, post your comments. Post your comment there, because like I really would appreciate that. Um, for people who are not here in the uh in the live stream, post your thoughts in the comment section. So I'll put it here in the chat. exciting. Yeah, really exciting, I would say. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Yeah, it's really exciting. Sorry, guys, for talking to the chat here. Like, literally, I love talking to chat. You know, it's kind of the most exciting thing about the streams. Even though I'm not really talking that much, but they really do. But it really does. Yeah. What? Stand. What? Look, look. I'm in. God. Um. Okay. Sorry. It's just the thing here. Yeah, I'm. I. What? Okay, no, you're not gonna do that in my chat. Hell no, you're not going to do that in my chat. Please do not ever do that in my chat. Please don't. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly. Okay. Okay. I don't know why someone would do that, but okay. Guys, I'm gonna probably say this, and I'm gonna say this like once. Okay? Um that one person. Look, I don't enjoy I don't enjoy seeing that stuff. Do you understand that? Like, literally, I don't allow that in my chat. Please don't bring that into my chat. For future reference, if you want to talk to me, do not talk to me that way, you know. Yeah, that's truly weird. That's weird. It's super weird. I'm not doing that on stream. That's a freaking rule that I'm gonna implement here. Do not do that in my chat. Seriously, don't do that in my chat ever. It's truly, it's weird, and people, and one person is even telling me that it's weird. It's really weird. So for future reference, if people are gonna go ahead and talk in my chat and on live, then don't do that in my chat. It's weird for the people who are attending this stream, and for me as well, because I want to be safe in these streams, and as much as a lot of people do here. So please respect the boundary. So I have to say there. Thanks for that. I truly thank you for that. Thanks so much. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out of here. This truly did turn a little weird. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna do that. And you know, it's I don't appreciate that in my chat. I really don't. In the future, for future reference, I'm gonna put a subs only mode, which is the subscribers only mode. Yes, I know that was super disrespectful. I I'm telling you, it's super disrespectful to me. It really is. So thank you for letting me know that there's a subscribers only thing. So I'm gonna put that on for every future stream moving forward. Since I'm not gonna tolerate this BS, this bullshit. I'm not going to. I really am not. So thank you very much for telling me that, and I knew about it, but by the time that the Caesar knew. So thank you very much. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. If you have any future questions, do that. Um you know, subscribers, for people who are here and who respect me, uh, do what you want, and comment and stuff, but don't be weird, please. Just don't. That's truly weird, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that on stream, please. Thank you very much. um yeah, so yeah, please be respectful, and yeah, yeah. This was a good stream. Thank you very much until the end. Yeah, see you again soon. Yep.